The good food movement continues in the groundswell here in Oyotunji as the Afin Farms works daily on growing our food. Here with the report is Ilari Oba Koshiton.
As the young leadership of Oyotunji African Village continues its return to the source in pursuit of African empowerment and development, the Yoruba farm movement, Ijoko Yoruba, has brought forth a new development in the African world. The Oba leads the nation to the farm.
I, as the Oba, as the leader, I come out here every day. It's not a day that I do not come to the farm and work side by side with everybody. You know, because as I see it, there's no lazy leadership. There's no Oval Office leadership. You have to come out in the field. You have to be right next to the people.
In light of the alarming fact that preventable foodborne illnesses are the #1 killer in the United States, His Highnesses deem that growing power, agriculture, putting the agri back into culture, is the most important social and cultural movement today, and is indeed the essence of the cultural and restoration revolution.
So this is how you build community. You build community through collective work. You build community by getting in the dirt. This is the foundation. Without this, the community can't grow. And so these are the beginning stages, and it's not difficult. Many people say, oh, it's hard to start, it's hard. It's not hard. We have to begin today, not tomorrow, and so we have to get these systems off the ground immediately.
The Afin Farm Project is a pilot project of the African Cultural Restoration Redevelopment Coalition. The purpose of the Afin Farm Project is to promote resiliency among our communities, to promote resiliency on planet Earth. As His Highness learned at the Growing Power workshops earlier this year, the sustainable agriculture movement is multi-generational.
To replace the industrial food system is going to take a lot. It's going to take many, many years. But the good news is we have this new group of folks. You know, they're all colors, all religions. But the thing that really strikes me today is over 60% of these new folks are young. They're under 40. Whereas 15 years ago, they were over 60 probably. And it's really been led by, believe it or not, this urban agriculture has been led by youth organizations. And now it's becoming more multi-generational, where now the youth have inspired the adults to want to grow food.
Look at that, look at that. Unbelievable. This is royal dining. This is where the king comes to eat. This is how you feed your people. You can't feed nobody if you don't grow it.
Still more to come in the summer edition of Inside Oyotunji. We look back now at glances of the Festival of Oshun, the Mother Orisha of Oyotunji. This festival is filled with dance and cultural rappers and presentations. Let's take a look.
Iba àwọn Egungun ńlá bàbá tó rún. Iba àwọn ọ̀báwó àjà bàbá tó rún. Iba ẹ̀kúntọ́lá bàbá tó rún.
Isn't true what the good book says? The good book of Ifa, not the one y'all read. Child of a Rumila, that's what I'm bred. The number 16 branded right on my hands. In my head, my blood the color green and gold. Shiny yellow like the color that on shoon holds. Old side Warreen, that's the name that I hold. Cause I'm first with every change that comes and goes. It's not.
If you yourself get up, everybody get up. If yourself get up, everybody get up. Cause she's T-R-A-D-I-T-I-O-N-A-L. Do you know what that spells? T-R-A-D-I-T-I-O-N-A-L. Do you know what that spells? She got her own gear, rock her own hair. She's a bad little thing up in here. If you yourself get up, if you yourself get up, if you yourself get up, if you yourself get up. See, don't look at me like I'm illiterate. This is one little sis you'll never get with. Not just average language, she speak African language like Yoruba, Swahili, Wolof and Tweet. Rockin' tinte, lace, mud cloth, Asha feet.
All the little kids say, Orumila! 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 I'm compelled by a spiritual force of destiny. The royal tribe arrived to cook the recipe. Orisha will provide, God will bring the glory. Now kick back, relax while I finish up the story. Once upon a time, not long ago, like 6 in the morning, heard a knock at my door. It was a wise old man dressed in African clothes. Before I told him turn around and start stepping, he said he got a message from me straight from heaven. I looked into his eyes and he looked into mine. So I said, I hope you for real and not wasting my time. He said, Shega Lafayani, I'm Dr. Wishbone, a bushman, root man from back home. He said he's a Babalawo, an Ifa priest. I bowed my head on the mat and I saluted the chief. Then he pulled out the chain with palm nuts so down. Turned the floor 16 times up and down. He said a prayer and threw the chain on the ground. The words of this wise old man couldn't be realer. He said tomorrow my best friend will be a killer, a murderer, a massacre, homicidal bestseller, a purely nomadic, subterranean sacrifice to Ogun was the divination.
Yeah, me, oh,